Councilman for the Liberal, what are your feelings and what do you think should happen personally with gun registration?
Should I go first?
Oh, yes,
okay,
yes.
I'd love to go first because, frankly, the gun registry, as our party has been very clear, the Prime Minister has been clear, I've been clear because I voted on this. We don't believe that the gun registry makes the streets any safer at all. All it does is punishes.
The question wasn't what the party thinks. I asked personal.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, that I also voted against the gun registry to scrap it. I personally voted in that way. And what we feel is that it doesn't make the streets any safer. We feel that it targets duck hunters and those that use guns for sports. The other thing that we are including in, so we will, with a majority government, because it's the only way we're going to scrap the gun registry is with a majority, because unfortunately the opposition continues to vote in favor of the gun registry. If we get a majority, we will scrap it. The other thing is we will be bringing in a type of a wildlife advisory council where we will bring in members of the hunting community in on that to further advise the government on how we should handle these types of issues. That's something the Prime Minister has already promised.
The Police Association of Canada and the Association of Police Chiefs of Canada have both come out strongly in favor of the gun registry. There are police that disagree, of course, but their associations both have come out strongly in favor of the gun registry. When I talk to policemen, the reasons that I'm given for this, the primary one is domestic violence, that when they're called to a case of domestic conflict of any sort, that it's useful for them to know if there are guns in the house. And that's why there's 11,000, that's the main reason there's 11,000 calls a day to the gun registry by police officers across the country. And it seems to me that if that allows those police officers to protect themselves a bit and to prevent some cases of domestic conflict from escalating into something involving serious bodily harm or worse, that's worth spending a few dollars on. Okay. The other apparent issue where it comes up a lot is when they're dealing with someone who looks like they might be suicidal. Again, it's useful for the police officers to know if there's some guns around. Okay, so that's what I hear. Not from every, there are police officers who say they don't use it at all, but the majority of them, as expressed by their associations, say that the gun registry helps them do their job better. I do not understand.
Seems like a number out of the air. Should we register staplers so you don't get tasered and register knives in the kitchen too?
Sir, he didn't talk while you were talking, so please.
The other thing, but the Liberal Party, clearly in its platform, has said that we understand the interests of legitimate gun owners, so we'll make 3 important changes. Okay, well, we will get rid of the fee for registering guns, we will make the form simpler to fill out, and we will make it no longer a criminal offense. Okay, if you're a gang with 100 guns, you don't register, it's still a criminal offense. If you're a farmer with 1 shotgun that you didn't register, it's a ticket, not a criminal offense. So that's our attempt to find a balance between the needs of our police, who say that the gun registry works. So why wouldn't we, I just don't understand, why wouldn't we believe our police officers when they tell us that the gun registry works, and then try to make it work well for legitimate gun owners as well? And then the final thing, Tim Uppal talks a little bit about what happened in Parliament. You have to ask, if you don't like the gun registry, you have to ask yourself why Stephen Harper, who's promised to get rid of it in about 4 straight elections, allowed it to come to the floor of the House as a private member's bill. Why didn't it come forward as a confidence motion? Why didn't he tack it onto the budget? If he wanted to make it really hard for those rural New Democrats to vote down, he would have brought it forward as a government motion. He didn't. Why? Well, you can answer that question. The answer that leaps to me is a cynical political calculation that he's better off keeping you mad than giving you what he's promised in 4 straight elections. Thank you.